With the recent opening of the road to Portia, we have access to water like never before, as well as being able to finally increase our access to trade and tourism. All of this was only made possible thanks to the efforts of everyone here at our wonderful town. So, I would like to propose a toast to Heidi, to the builder, to everyone, to Sandrock!
To Sandrock!
Recently, I have been soliciting the opinions of Sandrockers regarding the future development of our town and infrastructure. This time, I'm glad to see everyone's excited about our future for once. We have a couple of proposals to go through tonight. So, without further ado, it is with great pleasure I introduce our wonderful Mian and Zeke to discuss theirs.
Hello, everyone! Thank you for this opportunity. Recently, I have been working with Zeke on a plan to plant a forest in the Eufaula Outback that could block the sandstorms from Sandrock almost entirely. We've already demonstrated some success with the little woods near Gecko Station, but with portion water, we'll be able to scale up substantially. But I'm not the expert here, so Zeke can explain everything in more detail. Zeke? Don't worry, just go over it like we rehearsed. You can do it.
Right. Sorry. Just a little nervous. Been a while. The Eufaula Outback in the north is, really big. It's got lots of land and sand. If we plant trees there, they can stabilize the terrain and stop the runoffs.
Economy?
This isn't some small project, though. It'll probably cost City Hall a lot of money. No, sorry, didn't mean to say that.
Talk about how it'll help Sandrock.
Right, if we use more water from Portia, we should be able to maintain a large enough forest in the Outback to lessen or even stop the sandstorms.
And there you have it.
No more sandstorms?
Thank you very much for the presentation, Mian, Zeke. We've been discussing this possibility for a very long time. Now that we finally have the know-how and Mr. Musa's backing, we might just be able to pull it off. Do you have a more detailed plan? What do we need to do first?
Oh, well, I guess I want to do a test planting on the Outback sands first. The sand over there is drier, and the water table is much lower. For that, we'll need a small irrigation tower in the area.
Good idea with the test. I'll expedite a budget for that. Does anyone else have something to say about this proposal?
Makes me proud to see a guild member being such a go-getter.
I knew I could count on you. I'll help out as well.
Thank you, Builder. Commissioner Way.
Thank you all. Now, on to our second proposal. Heidi, if you please.
Good evening, everyone. To the natives here, do you remember Miss Bliss? Yeah, me too. She was the best darn teacher this side of the Alliance. And I am who I am today because she pushed me to always do my best. We don't have that for our children today. We haven't had a school since a sandstorm blew down the old one. I'd say it's about time we built a new one.
Miss Bliss put the fear of light in me.
So I've got a proposal. It's been sitting there the whole time, since our old minister, whose name I shall not mention, took off. Pretty literally, her destroyed house is just sitting there. Perfect location for a school.
Wow,
Oh, that's so great! When do we start the PTA? I'll volunteer for everything.
Can Elsie go back to school?
Pa, I ain't a kid.
I think it goes without saying that I fully approve of this proposal as well. In fact, I've already submitted a job advertisement for a school teacher.
Yes.
This school project and the new forest will be our town's primary focus going forward. I think if we can achieve both, we'll finally get more people to settle here. Folks, we're really close now.
We stand ready to do our part, ma'am. Right, everyone?
Yep.
This team is so reliable. I feel like we could build anything if we put our minds to it.
Jens never praised me before.
This is going to be a lot of work. I'll spread out the assignments amongst us after I have a talk with Heidi. We'll all pitch in together and get that school looking like the pride of the Eufaula.
I never used to believe in good and evil twins, but here you are, proving us all wrong. Anyway, I hope the meeting was useful in letting y'all know a bit more about what's in store for us. I'm still open to more proposals, so if you have ideas for Sandrock, please bring them forward. Let's do our best for our city-state. So let's leave it there for tonight. Everyone, eat up. Owen went out of his way to give us a real feast for tonight. And remember,
Conserve water!
I ain't the kind to badmouth folks, but me and my pa used to be the real champions. And they made a rule that we couldn't be on the same team.
I love the predictions during the tournament.
And so, my fellow Sandrocker, I begin my proposal as many famous proposals have begun, with a beginning. Someone once told me that the dictionary defines beginning as the point in time or space at which something begins, or something like that, and I believe that time is now.
Friends, Sandrockers, countrymen, lend me your ears. For too long has our train station stagnated in development. Sure, we gave it a touch-up when Musa came by, but how long has that been? And certainly if Musa likes trains, everyone should like trains.
For it was 7 minutes ago that I began to have a dream. That of a new attraction being birthed quite literally unto our fine citizens. An attraction with the power to revitalize attentiveness towards our town.
And so I say, ask not what trains can do for you, but what you can do for trains.
The answer is simple. We somehow crossbreed the martle duck and the yakmel in order to produce the super flying yakmel. We ain't gonna lose to them winged buffaloes up north.
What you can do for trains being, agree to my proposal of building a high-speed bullet train for Sandrock.
In addition to being a spectacle, this bullet train will produce milk on a level never before conceived by imagination.
Yes, just imagine the joy of traveling to and from Sandrock riding on a super yakmel.
What'd you say?
Hey, that's my idea.
What's the big idea there, pal? I'm speeching over here. You got your train speech and my yakmel speech.
What do you mean? I was just minding my own business when you got your yakmel in my train speech.
checkmate, you big train lobbying sycophant. Back to me, here's my plan. Way I figure, we just give that science feller a bunch of shiny discs, and he'll invent a machine that does what I want. Then a builder will build it. That's how it always works, ain't it? He just invents whatever is convenient at the time.
Well, regardless, I think I'm not too big to admit that a giant, super flying Yakmel, it's a pretty good idea, if you think it's possible.
Well, as they say, when life gives you lemons, you crossbreed them and make super lemons. And shucks, maybe I was a bit too hard on you there, partner. Sure, a bullet train. Why not? I mean, sounds a bit violent, might throw a couple folks off, but me, myself, I enjoy a good bullet. If it's in the right place, put her there.
Wow, to finally earn the respect of my next-door neighbor after all these years. Put her there!
Here,
Let's
here.
both practice our speeches. Together!